Part 1. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 1. This zombie is really heavy. Outside the spiritual cultivation school, Chu Wei dragged a corpse with 2 bloody heads to a pre-dug pit. Chu Wei was originally an ordinary high school student on Earth in 2019. He traveled to Earth 500 years later. This is an era of spiritual revival, and many people have gained powerful superpowers. At the same time, even computers began to mutate. They had their own thoughts and created many viruses and robots. So humans and computers started a war. At the same time, humans began an era of comprehensive spiritual cultivation and began to gain more superpowers. One spiritual school after another rose from the ground. The geographical appearance of the Earth has also undergone tremendous changes, and many dangerous places have appeared. The Shuro land where ghosts wander all day long. The computer city created by the virus mutation. There are also giant robots crawling out of the underground magma. Rumor has it that they are things left by aliens. Ding. The God system detects that the host has been traveling for 30 days, and the system is activating. Chu Wei was stunned. System. Is it the kind of treasure that is like installing a supercomputer in your brain? Chu Wei immediately became excited. The system has been activated. Current version function. You can extract all biological genes to obtain attribute points. When extracting powerful biological genes, there is a certain chance to obtain a superpower. What? In this era, the superpowers that countless people envy actually have a chance to be obtained directly. The system detects that the host has a creature in his hand. Do you want to extract the gene? The creature the system is talking about seems to be the zombie in his hand. Extract. Of course you have to extract it. It depends on how powerful the system is. Ding. The system extracted successfully, and the host gained 1 point of strength attribute. Chu Wei only felt a warm feeling flowing through his body, and then he felt that his strength had increased. Dragging the zombie's hand is no longer as strenuous as before. It feels good. Chu Wei smiled happily. Ding. The host extracted genes for the first time and gained 1 point of the main attribute. The host's character panel is as follows. Strength, 1 point. The current strength generates 200 pounds per punch. Physical strength, 0. Agility, 0. Spirit, 0. Intelligence, 0. Spiritual energy, 1000/10,000. Main attribute, 1 point. System version, the current version is the lowest, and the next system version upgrade requires 1/100 main attribute points. New system functions will be opened after the upgrade. Can it be upgraded? My goodness! This system is really a treasure. Chu Wei tried to clench his fist. According to the panel of the system just now, his punch strength is already 200 kilograms. Punch out. The fist has made a whoosh. Whoosh sound. My strength has really doubled. Before Chu Wei had the system, his punch was only about 100 kilograms. Great. With this system, Qin Chuan and Li Gan, the 2 bastards who often bully me, are nothing in my eyes. After knowing the usefulness of the system, Chu Wei looked at the zombie corpses in the back mountain of the school. These corpses can be used to extract genes to obtain attribute points. Chu Wei already feels that he is about to get up. Coming to a thin zombie corpse, Chu Wei just put his hand on it. The system detects that there is a creature on the host's hand and is extracting genetic attributes. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of physical attribute. Chu Wei immediately felt that his body seemed to be much stronger, which was due to the vigorous blood and enhanced physical defense. Nanny. Do different attribute points bring different effects? Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of agility attribute. The attack speed has been changed from once per second to 1.5 times per second. It is indeed like this. Great, this is simply the comprehensive development of morality, physical fitness, and beauty. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of strength attribute strength increased by 100. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of physical attribute defense increased by 100. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of strength attribute strength increased by 100. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 point of agility attribute. The number of attacks per second has been changed to 2 times. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Chu Wei only felt that the strength in his body was increasing, and his blood was becoming more and more vigorous. He was getting stronger quickly. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 2. After Chu Wei's hands touched most of the zombie corpses, Chu Wei felt that his body had changed dramatically from before. The system's beep also told Chu Wei what powers and functions he had on his latest panel. The host's current latest character panel is as follows. Strength, 10 points. The attack power that can be caused by one punch is 1,000 pounds. Physical strength, 4 points. The body's defense power can withstand physical attacks weighing less than 400 pounds. Agility, 2 points. The current punching speed is 2 times per second. Spirit, 0. Wisdom, 0. Aura value, 1000/10,000. Main attribute, 1 point. It's only 1/100 away from upgrading to the next system version. Great, that's it, just go down like this. In just a moment, Chu Wei already had the strength to punch 1,000 kilograms. In terms of strength, let alone ordinary students, even the school security team only had this kind of strength. The school security team is composed of people who have practiced Reiki. In this era, practicing Reiki can give your body greater strength, and even make your body become as strong as steel. You can hit it with just one punch. Speaking of stones, even steel plates can be broken, which is really powerful. But now that Chu Wei's attributes have been strengthened through the system, he is probably stronger than those on the defense team. Chu Wei punched twice randomly, and there was already a whooshing sound in his fists. Such a fist is enough to break a person's bones with one punch. After system strengthening, Chu Wei's body was completely different from before. Look, that trash Chu Wei is boxing alone. Then it's not boxing, it's just a person going crazy, okay. Ha ha ha. A burst of harsh laughter from men and women came from the back hill to Chu Wei's left. You don't need to look at Chu Wei to know that Qin Chuan and Li are coming. And there were several other male and female students nearby, a total of 7 or 8 people. Chu Wei, you said you are such a waste. It has been a month since you entered our spiritual cultivation school, but you have gained spiritual energy, but you have not made any progress at all. No, look at it. There are still so many corpses of these zombies that haven't been cleaned up yet. Calling you a waste is an insult. Qin Chuan and Li Gan looked at Chu Wei with playful expressions, while the 7 or 8 men and women next to them laughed and pointed. In fact, Qin Chuan and Li Qian knew early on that Chu Wei must not have finished cleaning up yet, because there were a lot of zombies attacking the school this time. With so many zombie corpses, even if it took 3 or 4 people to clean up, it would probably take about half a day. Now let Chu Wei clean up alone. It was just to punish him, call him a piece of trash, and offend the squad leader. Hey, Xiaoling, do you know? The class monitor asked him to change seats the day before yesterday, but he actually refused to change. He insisted on showing how strong he is. I tell you, it will be easier for him in school in the future. That's right, he thought that he would be able to catch up with the class beauty just because he was at the same table with him. He is so rubbish that he is not even qualified to be a spare tire. Of course the class beauty is matched with the class president. Even so, I don't take pictures of myself with my cell phone. Haha. 7 or 8 men and women laughed together. Chu Wei, I just saw you boxing. Have you made any progress recently? How about we show off? Qin Chuan, the squad leader's most sincere bastard, came today with the squad leader's mission, with the purpose of humiliating Chu Wei. And it was to be in front of everyone, to see if Chu Wei would have the face to appear next to the classmate Mo Kongxiu's seat. Chu Wei raised his eyes lightly and sneered in his heart. He knew Qin Chuan's strength very well. One punch was about 500 kilograms. Such strength was already good for ordinary students, but for Chu Wei now let's talk. Not worth showing off at all. Chu Wei now has a strength attribute value of 10 points, and the strength of one punch is 1000 kilograms. I am afraid that just one punch is enough to make Qin Chuan's nose flow out. However, Qin Chuan on the other side was afraid that Chu Wei would not agree, so he said, "Don't say I bully you, I will deal with you with one hand." Qin Chuan put his left hand behind his back, leaving only his right hand, and made a pause by the way. Senior Qin Chuan is so handsome. Take a photo quickly. A female classmate took out her mobile phone. Hearing the sound of taking pictures, Qin Chuan said again, "Chu Wei, I only use 30% of my strength to deal with you. Let the seniors see if there is any progress." Chu Wei sneered again in his heart, "I don't know what will happen to you, a B-level person. If you don't fight, you call me mom, and I don't call you Chu Wei." Seeing Chu Wei, he still didn't agree. "Chu Wei, how about this? I'll give you 3 more moves to give you a chance to perform." Qin Chuan has been practicing spiritual power for half a year. Although he has not reached level 1 yet, his physical defense is higher than that of ordinary students. He knew very well that Chu Wei could punch more than 100 kilograms in the past, and such strength could not hurt him at all. He is fearless. Let his prestige make Chu Wei completely surrender to this trash today. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 3. And Qin Chuan has already thought about the consequences of this matter. This matter will definitely be spread among the people he called to watch the fun. In this way, it will be an even better thing when others talk about it. The most important thing is that the squad leader asked him to do this, and he will be rewarded with a spiritual energy pill after completing it. This is simply a beautiful thing that brings both fame and wealth. This Chu Wei is too cowardly. Senior Qin Chuan has said so, but you can see that he still doesn't dare to agree. That's right, don't look for someone like this when looking for a boyfriend in the future. Chu Wei cursed in his heart, then looked at Qin Chuan. "Senior, I hope you won't cry later." Qin Chuan was stunned and thought he heard wrongly. How dare this trash talk like that? Just about to speak. But he saw that Chu Wei's fist had hit him in the abdomen. After one punch, Qin Chuan's face changed drastically and his body immediately bent down. This was a feeling of great pain. How is this possible? "Senior, give me a hand." Chu Wei looked at Qin Chuan, whose face turned pale with pain, and said calmly, with an evil smile on his face. "What happened just now?" Senior Qin Chuan seemed to have been punched down by Chu Wei. "Oh my God, how is this possible?" "Senior, only use 30% of your strength." Chu Wei punched him again. "Senior, stand still and let me do 3 moves." Punch after punch, Chu Wei beat Qin Chuan violently. "Ah! Ah!" Qin Chuan's wailing voice came one after another. The male and female students around him just stared in shock. How is this possible? Is this still the same rubbish Chu Wei from before? Even Li Qian, who used to like to bully Chu Wei with Qin Chuan, feels that Chu Wei is too aggressive now. He didn't dare to step forward to help because Qin Chuan was stronger than him. Even Qin Chuan was beaten so hard that he couldn't stop wailing. He only felt a cold feeling in his heart. Wu! Stop fighting, I was wrong, Chu Wei, I will never dare to look down on you again. Qin Chuan actually cried and begged for mercy under his fist. Everyone and Chu Wei were stunned. Chu Wei stopped his fists and saw Qin Chuan lying on the ground with tears on his face. Chu Wei sneered, when you see me in the future, call me Brother Chu, brother. Brother Chu. Brother Chu, Qin Chuan shouted quickly with tears streaming down his face. In the fist just now, he felt that his bones were broken in several places. He was afraid. He was afraid that if he didn't beg for mercy, he was really worried that Chu Wei would beat him to death. I didn't expect that Senior Qin Chuan would actually beg for mercy. It's so embarrassing. That's right, I heard that Chu Wei didn't say anything when he was beaten by him before. It seems that Chu Wei still has the backbone. It seems that if you want to find a boyfriend, you still have to look for someone like Chu Wei. Chu Wei sneered in his heart, these guys are so forgetful, they completely forgot what they said about themselves in the first place. But Chu Wei didn't intend to argue with them. Li Qian, if I scream Brother Chu, I'll tell you to get out, or I'll beat you until you cry. Others can let him go, but Chu Wei is not going to let Li Qian go as the squad leader. Brother Chu! Brother Chu! Li Qian shouted twice, joking. Even Qin Chuan, who was stronger than him, was beaten to tears, so how could he maintain his dignity? Go away! Li rushed back to school dragging Qin Chuan like a dead dog. In the spiritual school. Hey, have you heard? Someone was chatting in the circle of friends just now. I heard that Qin Chuan from class 101 was beaten in public and started crying. I've heard about it a long time ago. I've seen the photos. It's quite embarrassing. I heard that the person who beat him was a guy named Chu Wei. Chu Wei? I've never heard of him, but this Qin Chuan belongs to Zhang Jun, squad leader of 101. I'm afraid Zhang Jun won't let him go. That's right, I heard that Zhang Jun has reached the level 2 level of spiritual energy. Although he hasn't realized the supernatural power yet, he is still the number 1 person in the school. It seems that there will be something good this time. Chu Wei had just returned to school in the afternoon when he heard someone discussing his beating Qin Chuan today. However, many people in other classes don't know who Chu Wei is at all. After all, Chu Wei was not well known in the school's circle of friends. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 4. Although the spiritual cultivation era is 500 years later on Earth, mobile phones and schools still exist. However, what schools teach is different. Schools teach spiritual cultivation, supernatural powers, alchemy, forging, formation carving, technology, architecture, etc. Of course, things like mobile phone friend circles are definitely passed down. Zhang Jun won't let me go. Chu Wei clenched his fist. Now that he has the system in his hand, he will not let Zhang Jun go. Although he may not be able to beat Zhang Jun, who has reached the 2nd level of spiritual energy, he believes that he can beat Zhang Jun soon with the help of the system. In this spiritual energy era, cultivation is divided into 9 realms. Supernatural. Awakener. Second Awakener. Great Awakener. Ultimate Awakener. These are the first 5 realms. Each realm is divided into 9 levels. The first stage of cultivation is to perceive spiritual energy, just like the children who have just entered school are at this level. When the spiritual energy reaches level 9, you can enter the realm of a superpower. As long as you enter this realm, you can comprehend the superpowers of heaven and earth through cultivation, and you can use them for yourself after conquering them. Of course, There are also people who are born with superpowers, and these people are called geniuses. The system said that there is a chance to obtain superpowers by extracting biological genes. I wonder if it works. Although Chu Wei had previously gained strong strength with the help of the system, he was still uneasy about the system saying that he could obtain superpowers. After all, superpowers are something that everyone wants to obtain in this era. For example, the fire superpower is extraordinary and can burn people to ashes. Another example, ice superpowers can freeze everything in an instant. Look, the school's guardian beast Red Bird is out again. It's really a red bird. The red bird is so powerful. It was thanks to it when the zombies attacked the school yesterday. Dealing with those zombies is not a piece of cake. The red bird is a second-level mutant beast. Once the red lightning ability is released, it is enough to easily blow down a high-rise building. If only I had a red bird. Listening to the exclamations around him, Chu Wei looked up and saw a red bird about 1 meter long with a dragon horn on its head flying over his head. It is rumored that the red bird has a trace of mutant real dragon blood in its body, so it has a dragon horn on its head, which is very powerful. Almost every day, the red bird will fly over the school. This is. Looking up at the red bird, Chu Wei saw a red feather falling lightly on his head. Chu Wei grabbed it. It seemed that this was a feather that fell from the red bird's body. Ding! The system detects that the host has a living thing on his hand. Do you want to extract the gene? What? Could this feather also be classified as a living thing? Chu Wei was stunned, and at the same time, he was delighted. This is the feather of a red bird. If you extract its genes, I don't know how many attribute points you can get. Extract. Ding, extraction is successful. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 2 points of agility attribute points. 1 point of wisdom attribute point. Obtained superpowers, red lightning. Superpowers. Chu Wei's heartbeat quickened, and his breathing quickened. Is this true? At the same time, Chu Wei only felt a sense of fullness in his abdomen, as if something had entered his abdomen. That was the superpower existing in his body. Chu Wei excitedly came to the back of a rockery. There were trees as a cover here, and other students generally didn't notice this place. Puff, puff. Chu Wei ordered in his mind, and a current in his abdomen appeared on his right hand along his right arm. The red color of the current looked different from ordinary lightning. Chu Wei pressed his hand with the current on a basin-sized stone in front of him. With a puff sound, the stone immediately turned into powder. What a powerful attack! If this hits a person's body, a hole will appear immediately. I have superpowers now, Zhang Jun is nothing. Chu Wei walked out from behind the rockery and headed for the school's practice field. Today's afternoon class is a physical training class. You should know that there are no more than 10 students with superpowers in the whole school, and each of them is high up in the school. They are the focus of the school's training, and even the teachers treat them with courtesy because they have potential. Maybe one day they can grow into important figures in the United Nations, and at that time they will be better than their teachers. The school's training ground is a large building the size of a football field with transparent glass on the top. Pushing open the glass door of the training ground, there are many rooms and corridors. Chu Wei walked through a corridor and came to the training room of class 101. As soon as he pushed open the door of the room, many people in the room looked over. One of them looked very unhappy, that is, the look of Yang Zheng, the training teacher. Don't you know the class time? Do you have any sense of time? You are such a loser. Faced with Yang Zheng's 3 consecutive questions, Chu Wei was secretly unhappy and said, "It's just a few minutes late." Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiang ZK. Chapter 5. Yang Zheng was stunned. This student with the weakest physical ability in the class actually dared to talk to him like this. Lift a 500-pound dumbbell for me 100 times. In Yang Zheng's mind, the last time Chu Wei did physical training, he was ranked last in the class. Having such a poor student was really a shame on his teaching journey. Oh my God, 100 times, how is this possible? Most of the 8-90 students in the class exclaimed. They are all students below the level 1 level of spiritual energy. People in this level cannot exceed 500 kilograms of strength, so this kind of punishment is impossible for them, let alone Chu Wei, who has the lowest grades. This is simply Yang Zheng making things difficult for Chu Wei. Although everyone knew that it was Yang who was making things difficult for Chu Wei, everyone looked on with a gloating smile on their faces. Do you think Chu Wei was late today because he was afraid? Seeing that Chu Wei didn't speak, someone started discussing the reason why Chu Wei was late today. I think it is, I don't know what unreasonable method he used to defeat Qin Chuan, so he is afraid that the squad leader will cause trouble for him. I think so. Chu Wei, a person with the lowest grades, actually beat senior Qin Chuan. I wouldn't believe it unless he used some shady method. Chu Wei looked at everyone, and then walked towards the 500-pound bar and dumbbells in a hurry. Is he really going to lift dumbbells? Don't he know that telling teacher Yang that he can't do it now can avoid embarrassment? Just admit his mistake. If I can't lift it later, I will be embarrassed and thrown into grandma's house. Because this is called pretending. Yang Zheng was also slightly surprised. But the next second his eyes froze, because Chu Wei lifted the 500-pound dumbbell easily with one hand. But that's not all. I saw Chu Wei holding another 500 Jin dumbbell in his other hand. Two 500 Jin dumbbells equaled 1000 kilograms. 1.2.3.4. Chu Wei moved his left and right hands and started counting. The training ground was very quiet at this moment. There was only the sound of Chu Wei counting. Everyone's eyes were stunned. You must know that a spiritual cultivator with level 1 spiritual energy only has 500 kilograms of strength. And if Chu Wei lifts 2 dumbbells by himself, that's 1000 kilograms, and the strength of 1000 kilograms is only the strength of people at the level 2 level of spiritual energy. Could it be that Chu Wei suddenly had a spiritual energy level 2? This was like a bolt from the blue. The people who were at the bottom of the test a few days ago suddenly surpassed them and left them severely behind. And they just laughed at each other arbitrarily, and now they just feel their faces burning. When did this guy reach the strength of Reiki level 2? As a teacher, Yang Zheng was also stunned, but then a smile appeared on his face. There was another student with outstanding physical ability. This was a good thing. It meant that his teaching evaluation and bonus in the school could be increased again. 98.99.100. Chu Wei's voice finished counting quietly. However, just when Chu Wei was about to put down the barbell, a system voice suddenly came from his mind. The host has undergone physical training and gained a spiritual energy value of 500. The host's current character panel is as follows. Strength, 10 points. The attack power it can cause is 1000 pounds. Physical strength, 4 points, able to defend against attacks weighing less than 400 kilograms. Agility, 3 points, 2.5 attacks per second. Spirit, 0 points. Wisdom, 1 point. Note, the host can independently consume wisdom points to obtain various professional knowledge, and can also use wisdom points to ask questions to the system. Aura value, 1500/10,000. Main attribute points, 1 point. The upgrade time to the next version of the system is only 1/100. Host ability, Red Lightning. My dear, you can actually gain aura points through training. Chu Wei stayed in place holding the barbell. In his understanding, spiritual energy could only be accumulated bit by bit through practice. That's right, I am a system-savvy person, of course I am not an ordinary person. Since training can gain aura points, I will do it again. Soon, Chu Wei waved the barbells in his left and right hands again. The scene was stunned again. What is this Chu Wei doing? Isn't the teacher's punishment for him over? Yang Zheng also looked confused. I asked him to lift 100, but looking at his posture, he wanted to lift 200. Could it be that he wanted to hit me in the face? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 6. Soon Chu Wei raised 100 again. Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing the training, gaining a spiritual energy value of 500, and the current spiritual energy value is 2000/10,000. It's so cool. Chu Wei couldn't help but laugh. Others need to accumulate aura bit by bit to cultivate aura, and also need various powerful techniques, but his aura only needs to be exercised casually. If this situation was revealed, he would not be studied as a national treasure. Chu Wei's smile fell in the eyes of everyone present. Everyone felt that they were really confused. This was the first time they were so happy after being punished. Ahem. That classmate Chu Wei has made great progress. The teacher is proud of you. Yang Zheng, who had a centipede scar on his face, laughed. Although it was a bit ferocious, you could see the appreciation for Chu Wei in his eyes. I really didn't expect that classmate Chu Wei has actually reached the realm of spiritual energy level 2. Everyone must follow classmate Chu Wei as a role model, work hard, and be a useful person in the future. Yang Zheng seemed to have completely forgotten that he was the one who said Chu Wei was a loser in the first place. Chu Wei sneered, and he began to admire the teacher's ability to correct his words. I may not have reached the second level of spiritual energy yet. Chu Wei spoke calmly. Although his physical strength is as strong as level 2 spiritual energy, Chu Wei knows that the level of spiritual energy in his body has not yet reached level 2. Things like spiritual energy can enhance strength. If he has a spiritual energy level 2, then combined with his physical strength of 1,000 pounds, he can exert about 1,500 pounds of strength. No way. Yang Zheng had a look of disbelief on his face, and he pulled Chu Wei to a test machine that was as spiritual as a computer. Test it? Chu Wei pressed his hand on the screen of the test machine, and soon a machine voice sounded, test result, spiritual energy level 0. Everyone was stunned again. There were too many melons today. How could there be so many unexpected things? You must know that in everyone's perception, the first level of spiritual energy has 500 kilograms of strength, and the second level of spiritual energy has 1,000 kilograms of strength. This is basic knowledge. But now Chu Wei broke this common sense. Maybe your body is different from ordinary people, Yang Zheng explained with narrowed eyes. But this is a good thing. Maybe your body is undergoing a mutation that we don't know about. In this era of spiritual energy, mutation is a normal thing. I heard that 18 years ago, there was a mutation incident in the Eastern Alliance that shocked the whole country. Because some people mutated and evolved twins as soon as they were born. The so-called twins are two soul consciousnesses in one body. Such people are extremely talented. It is rumored that he had two powers when he was born, and he clearly had lightning powers and fire powers, but the lightning and flames had the dark attribute of devouring them. This discovery shocked the whole country, because it meant that this child was an awakened person from birth. He almost stood at the top of all children as soon as he was born, so his life must be brilliant. Although Yang Zheng didn't think Chu Wei could mutate into that kind of pervert, it would be great even if he mutated into a body that could stand out. Chu Wei, come and do some boxing and test your attack speed. Chu Wei walked over. Test result -2.5 attacks per second. Chu Wei can do it. Chu Wei, come and test your body's defense. Test results, it can defend against physical attacks weighing less than 400 kilograms. Sharp. Chu Wei, come and test your running speed. Throughout the whole class, Yang Zhen was almost always around Chu Wei. He was very satisfied with every test of Chu Wei. Looking at Chu Wei, he felt more and more that Chu Wei was a good candidate. He had been wrong in the past. In the future, your school evaluation and bonus will depend on him, so you must cultivate him well. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 7. Classmates, I know all about your performance in the physical training class. This time, I have to praise Chu Wei. As long as he works hard, he will definitely get good grades. In the second theory class, the head teacher Zhou Hong started praising Chu Wei as soon as the class started. Obviously, Yang Zhen mentioned Chu Wei's performance in the first physical training class today. Chu Wei moved his body in his seat. He was fed up with the teacher's praise today. This really made him a little uncomfortable. After all, he used to thank the teacher if he didn't get scolded. How can your body be so strong? Can you tell me how you did it? A small note was handed over from the seat next to him. Chu Wei glanced at it with the corner of his eye. It turned out to be handed over by Mo Kongxiu, the class beauty and desk mate. Mo Kongxiu has fair skin and a delicate oval face. Her appearance is extremely beautiful, but she never smiles on her face. Chu Wei glanced at her lightly. This is probably the first time Mo Kongxiu took the initiative to find him. Although they were desk mates, she never looked at Chu Wei in the past, as if Chu Wei did not exist. Chu Wei picked up a pen and wrote a line of words at the bottom of the note, no comment. Yes, Mo Kongxiu is beautiful, but does she have to answer every question just because she is beautiful? I don't want to be a licker. Besides, if I hadn't become stronger, Mo Kongxiu would probably still be the same as before, not even looking at me. Mo Kongxiu was stunned in her cold and arrogant eyes, as if she didn't expect that a boy would refuse her question. After a cold look at Chu Wei, Mo Kongxiu turned her head away and didn't look at Chu Wei again. Chu Wei didn't care so much, clicked on his system attribute table and began to study his attributes. After all, the theoretical class was just like the liberal arts in 2019, which was a bit boring. When Chu Wei was leisurely, a pair of eyes in the distance looked coldly at Chu Wei's back. The owner of these eyes was the class monitor, Zhang Jun. Mo Kongxiu's small action of passing a note to Chu Wei just now did not hide Zhang Jun's eyes at all. Everyone in class 101 knew that Zhang Jun liked Mo Kongxiu, and Zhang Jun originally did not need to attend classes in this class with his level 2 spiritual energy. He could have gone to a better class of top students. But for Mo Kongxiu, he took the initiative to come to this class. Unexpectedly, Mo Kongxiu, who ignored everyone, actually took the initiative to chat up Chu Wei, which made him furious. Chu Wei, I will let you know the consequences of angering me. Zhang Jun secretly clenched his fists. Although Chu Wei's performance today was very good, and his physical strength could be compared with that of a person at level 2 spiritual energy, this was nothing to Zhang Jun. As long as he wanted, even if he didn't have to do it himself, he could just find a person at level 1 spiritual energy to press Chu Wei to the ground. The host's current character panel is as follows. The character panel in Chu Wei's mind has been displayed. Strength, 10 points, the attack power that can be caused is 1000 pounds. Physical strength, 4 points, can defend against attacks below 400 caddies. Agility, 3 points, 2.5 attacks per second. Spirit, 0 points. Wisdom, 1 point. Note, the host can consume wisdom points to obtain various professional knowledge, and can also use wisdom points to ask questions to the system. Spirit value, 2000/10,000. Main attribute points, 1 point. Only 1/100 is needed to upgrade the next version of the system. Host ability, Red Lightning. Chu Wei was very happy when he looked at his attribute panel, and he became happier and happier when he looked at the attribute values one by one. Each of these attribute values represents his own strength. Chu Wei already knew the attribute effects of strength, physical strength, and agility after what happened before. As for the effect of wisdom attribute value, Chu Wei felt it was very strange, because the system explained that the host can consume wisdom points to obtain various professional knowledge, and can also use wisdom points to ask questions to the system. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 8. It feels like the wisdom attribute point is a bit like being able to ask questions on Baidu. In addition to these, the only attribute point Chu Wei has not obtained is the spiritual attribute point. I don't know what effect the spiritual attribute point will have. Of course, in addition to the effects brought by the attribute points and the skyrocketing spiritual energy value, Chu Wei's favorite is his own ability, Red Lightning. If he was not in the classroom at this moment, Chu Wei really wanted to experience his own ability. Ding-ling-ling. The familiar bell rang, and everyone stood up and prepared to leave the classroom. Finally, I'll tell you one more piece of news. The head teacher Zhou Hong pushed his glasses and said, "Next Friday, I will take you into the mutant forest." Mutant forest, really? Can we go? I heard that there are mutant beasts everywhere, and not only that, there are also mutant beasts that are a mixture of zombies and monsters. I heard from seniors who have been there that there are dangers everywhere. Listen to me, Zhou Hong interrupted the students' discussion with a majestic voice. This time you will not be in too much danger when you go to the mutant forest, because this time there will be a mentor to lead the team to protect you. Because this time going to the mutant forest is just to broaden your horizons. Of course, if you perform well in the forest, you will get extra points in the student rating in a month. Great, I want to go. Me too. Student rating is extremely important to the students of the entire school. At present, the students of the entire school can be divided into C, B, A, S, and SS levels. The school resources obtained by students of each level are different. It is said that as long as the students are rated A, they will have a bodybuilding pill every month. The bodybuilding pill can change a person's physique invisibly. If taken for a long time, the body's functions will be greatly improved. Maybe there will be a variation in strength. If you can feel the supernatural power because of it, it will be a day of flying. Seeing that all the students were motivated, Zhou Hong nodded with satisfaction and let the students go home. Just as everyone walked out of the classroom, the class monitor Zhang Jun winked at the tall Zhao Shi next to him. Zhao Shi glanced at Chu Wei, who had already walked into the corridor, and said in a disdainful whisper, "I will let him know that he is just a clown later." Chu Wei walked in the corridor of the school. After a day's class, Chu Wei did not return to the dormitory. He went to the physical fitness test site. He traveled to this spiritual era with his whole body, so he has no relatives in this era. At this moment, the physical fitness test site has long been empty without a person. Chu Wei came to the equipment for training the body and began to exercise his physical fitness. Just after lifting the barbell for a while, Chu Wei heard the voice of the system in his mind: host exercises and obtains a spiritual energy value of 500. Spiritual energy value 2500/10,000. It seems that 10,000 is the upper limit, so when I reach 10,000, can I reach the realm of spiritual energy level 1? Chu Wei swung the barbell again and practiced frantically. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a spiritual energy value of 500, spiritual energy value 3000/10,000. Chu Wei walked to a boxing ring and hit the sandbag frantically. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a spiritual energy value of 500. Chu Wei wiped the sweat from his forehead and punched again. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a spiritual energy value of 500. Spiritual energy value 4000/10,000. Almost there. Chu Wei waved his fist again. Spiritual energy value 4500/10,000. Spiritual energy value 5000/10,000. Spiritual energy value 6000/10,000. Spiritual energy value 8000/10,000. Spiritual energy value 10,000/10,000. Finally full, Chu Wei lay on the ground panting, his whole body soaked with sweat. Just now, he had been punching the boxing machine for 25 minutes like crazy. Ding! Congratulations to the host. The host's spiritual energy has reached 10,000, reaching the realm of spiritual energy level 1. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 9. Indeed it is. Chu Wei only felt that there was a warm gas flowing in his body at this moment, which was spiritual energy. Although Chu Wei could feel this gas before, it was not as obvious as now. Chu Wei clenched his fist. Although the strength in his fist was still 1000 kilograms, when Chu Wei's consciousness moved, the spiritual energy in his body immediately filled the muscles of his arm. Arriving in front of the force measuring machine, Chu Wei punched hard, and with a boom sound, the force measuring machine began to report, strength minus 1500 kilograms. With the addition of spiritual energy, the effect is really different. Chu Wei was delighted. The current result is exactly as Chu Wei imagined. Level 1 spiritual energy can increase the physical strength by 50%. I've been looking for it for so long, but I never thought you, a clown, would hide here. The door to the training room was suddenly pushed open by Zhao Shi. He had been looking for Chu Wei all around, but he never expected that he did not go back to the dormitory, but came here. Hide? Chu Wei asked coldly. The other party feels too good about himself. The tone is quite tough, but do you think you can walk away after defeating a piece of trash like Qin Chuan? There was deep disdain in Zhao Shi's eyes. In his opinion, although Chu Wei had a physical strength of 1000 kilograms, he was not much of a threat to him, a person with a spiritual level 1. Although his physical strength is only 800 kilograms, with the addition of spiritual energy, it can reach about 1300 kilograms. He thinks he can completely defeat Chu Wei. Haha. Zhang Jun didn't come. Chu Wei didn't want to communicate more with this bitch. He just wanted to know if Zhang Jun was here. Chu Wei knew that Zhang Jun was behind the series of things against him. Do you still need Brother Jun to deal with you? Haha, Chu Wei laughed, you are a member of society. Brother Huanjun. You are really doing your job as a little brother. Zhao Shi's eyes turned cold, I hope you can still laugh when I press you to the ground and rub you. Then what are you waiting for? Come on. Chu Wei hooked his hand at Zhao Shi. If your skin is itchy, I'll do it to you. Zhao Shi roared and punched Chu Wei directly. The wind roared on his fist, and he had no intention of holding back at all. He was going to defeat this clown with one punch. With a sound of touch, Chu Wei stretched out a hand and firmly grasped Zhao Shi's fist. Zhao Shi was stunned, is that possible? A hint of ridicule appeared on the corner of Chu Wei's mouth, I'm sorry, I just happened to enter the realm of spiritual energy level 1. Without waiting for Zhao Shi to react, Chu Wei immediately kicked Zhao Shi in the abdomen, causing him to roll 6 to 7 meters before stopping. If Zhao Shi didn't have level 1 spiritual energy and strong defense, Chu Wei's kick would be enough to kill someone if he were an ordinary person. How did you progress so fast? This is impossible. Zhao Shi was lying on the ground, holding his stomach, and his body was bent like a prawn in great pain. He really didn't expect that Chu Wei, who was still at level 0 in the aura test in the first 2 classes, would actually reach level 1 in a few hours. This is something that has never been heard of before. Did the aura testing machine malfunction during today's test? Tell Jongjun that if he wants to deal with me, let him do it himself. Don't let you guys come and beat him. Also, even if he doesn't come to me, I will beat him. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 10. When Chu Wei said the last few words, he looked at Zhao Shi calmly, and a strong sense of oppression instantly enveloped Zhao Shi. Looking at Chu Wei's eyes, Zhao Shi wanted to say something to regain some face, but he never said it. Because Chu Wei's eyes at this moment were like a lion's. Although it was a faint look, wasn't that the expression of a lion when it stares at a hare? Because when a powerful lion looks at a weak hare, he will have no other emotions except disdain. Looking at Zhao Shi's expression, Chu Wei smiled disdainfully again, turned around and left the training room. After leaving the exercise room, Chu Wei walked in the Reiki school. He was extremely happy today. After getting the system, his body had really changed a lot, making him stronger. At the same time, I also taught Qin Chuan and Li Gan a lesson today, which was also a pleasant thing. These two pugs who have been following Jongjun will tell them to take a detour when they see me from now on. Of course, Zhao Shi, a guy who has always been arrogant, was also beaten by himself. From today on, Chu Wei will let everyone know that Chu Wei is no longer the Chu Wei of the past. Who dares to be arrogant in front of him? Just give him a few slaps to teach him how to behave. System, you are such a treasure. With you, I will be a truly strong person in the future. From now on, I can only bully others, and others can no longer bully me. Yes, I want to be a strong person. As Chu Wei spoke, he continued to walk in the school. Although everything in the school was still the same as before, the young man named Chu Wei walking on the road today was no longer the same as before. The sky gradually darkened, night came, and the night passed quickly. The next day, Chu Wei still attended class as usual, but he had changed and was easily noticed and praised by the teachers. This made Chu Wei a little uncomfortable. After all, he felt that his image in the minds of the teachers was simply from a scumbag to a top student. A few days passed like this. The school gate. Today is Saturday, and the whole school is on vacation. Although this is the Reiki era, many habits are still the same as they were 500 years ago. So Chu Wei is quite accustomed to this era. Walking out of the campus, there are cars coming and going on the streets. These cars have no wheels, just like the future high-tech cars that I saw on Earth in 2019 that can fly. This kind of car has two spiritual energy turbines at the rear, which are driven by spiritual energy as the source of power. There are still high-rise buildings on both sides. However, the two big trees at the door are extremely tall. Each tree trunk is bigger than a bathtub, and the branches and leaves are as high as a dozen stories. Good morning, Dasha said. Good morning. Chu Wei has long been used to it. This kind of big tree is a big tree that has mutated through the spiritual energy era. They have their own thinking and have force. These two big trees are equivalent to the guards at the school gate. If someone attacks the school, they will immediately transform into tree warriors. Good morning. A cold greeting came from Chu Wei's left. Chu Wei turned around and saw that it was Mo Kongxiu. Don't be surprised, I came here specifically for you. Chu Wei said nothing, waiting for the other party's next words. I came to you because of what happened yesterday. Can you tell me how you became strong from trash? Chu Wei frowned slightly and looked at Mo Kongxiu's delicate and white cheeks. Regardless of her expression or the tone of Mo Kongxiu's words, no matter how you heard it, you would have a feeling of superiority. As I said before, no comment. Chu Wei spoke coldly. Although he thought he was not a cold-blooded person, he was definitely not the dog-licking type. Ask yourself questions as if you owe her money. After saying that, Chu Wei turned around and left. Wait a minute. Mo Kongxiu took 2 steps forward. If you tell me, I can treat you to a movie. Chu Wei was stunned. What is this? Invite me to watch a movie? Do I act like I want to invite you to a movie? I'm sorry, I don't like watching movies. I think if you want to watch a movie, if you make an appointment with Zhang Jun, he will definitely keep the appointment. You. Mo Kongxiu's beautiful cheeks instantly turned pale with anger. However, she suppressed her anger and spoke as calmly as possible. I have a spiritual energy pill here. If you tell me how you got from garbage, no. Tell me how you became stronger in this way, I will give you the pill. How about some medicine for you? Chu Wei was stunned again. He didn't expect that Mo Kongxiu was even willing to take out the spiritual energy pill. Although the spiritual energy pill is only a first-level pill, the refining process is very complicated and requires a very skilled first-level alchemist to refine it. There are only 3 alchemists in the entire Taiyuan city who can refine spiritual energy pills, and 1 spiritual energy pill can be worth a month of spiritual energy practice, so spiritual energy pills have always been a very popular item.